What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes, back at you with another video. WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view just went off the air, so I just wanted to go over the pay-per-view, give everybody my thoughts on how I think it went. And man, so yeah, let's get started. I mean, honestly, overall, just a full scope of the pay-per-view. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. This is one of the first pay-per-views in a while that I've watched just start to finish without feeling the need to skip a match where I felt bored throughout the thing. I mean, like, each match back to back was really good, card to card. I think WWE is steadily getting better show by show. Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and then even their just pay-per-views overall. I think the company is just in solid hands right now since Triple H done took over. And yeah, man, I just think the whole program is just a lot better quality now. Extreme Rules itself, it had about 4-5 matches, which I think helped out because usually the past years WWE's been trying to just stack too many matches on one card, and it just has not worked out, and it's just been feeling like a tiresome chore to get through. This time it was about 5 to 6 matches. Everybody got a good amount of time. All the storylines have been delved into, built up. So yeah, let's look at the first match of the night. So the first match we had Sheamus' stable. It was Sheamus, Pete Dunne. I mean, they call him Butch, but everybody know Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland versus Imperium, Walter, and then man, I can't even think of the names of the Imperium, but you know the Imperium tag team. Man, that match was cold. It was hard hitting. It was a 3v3, basically a 6-man tornado tag match, which was crazy. It was real physical. I mean, it was just some great spots all around. It just felt like you was watching like a bar fight, but in a ring or something. That's how good it was to me personally. I thought it was really nice. I enjoyed it. I think it was a great way to kick off the show. And to be honest, it might have been my favorite match of the whole night. I have to, go over and look again. But to be honest, it might have been my favorite match. But yeah, it was a great show. Kicked off well. And yeah, I get that match probably about, 3 to 4 stars. It was real good. Like I said, real physical. Great use of the numbers game between both teams, going back and forth, isolating the team member, and just really just being brutal with it, letting it happen. Every time you get Sheamus, Walter, Pete Dunne, guys like that in the ring, it's going to be crazy. Mud's going to be chopping the hell out of each other. It's going to hurt a lot. So, yeah, Sheamus' team got the dub. Sheamus hit a dope Celtic cross on Walter through the table, and then they went inside the ring and got one of the Imperium tag team members, shorter one with the bald head. Like I said, I cannot think of their names right now. And hit him with the shillelagh, and then they got the dub that way. So we probably going to see a Sheamus versus Walter 3. They call him Gunther, but they keep changing too many names for me. But yeah, we probably going to get a third match, and their match on SmackDown was a banger. Also, same thing with their match at Clash at the Castle. And hopefully Sheamus finally gets the win, and then they can hopefully start building Walter towards like a run at the world title or something, because, Sheamus ain't never been Intercontinental Champion, and that's the last title he needs to be Grand Slam, and he deserves it, to cap off his career. Second match of the night, SmackDown Women's Championship match, Extreme Rules match, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. And I mean, it was a solid match. It was a little sloppy at times. There were some spots where I was just like, I don't really get, why it's going this way. Like, it was one spot of the match where like Liv Morgan had the chair, and then she was like hitting Ronda with it. But like Ronda, the way she sold it is like she just sat there and just let Liv come up to her and just start hitting her real softly with the chair. And it just looked weird. Like, it just looked just bad selling, my bad, excuse me. Like, it didn't look like, she ran into the chair shot or anything like that, or Liv Morgan caught her off guard. It was just straight, like, she watched Liv walk towards her 5 steps away, and it just started wailing on her. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it was a pretty good match. I ain't too big a fan of the result. Ronda Rousey just getting the belt right back from Liv Morgan. Not really sure what they're going to do with the title situation. I don't know if they're just going to go back and forth, switching the belts up, or if Ronda Rousey's going to go to a different opponent. But like I said, overall, the match was decent, pretty solid, but probably my least favorite of the night, if I'm being honest. Third match of the night, I believe it was Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match, and that was a pretty solid match. I don't really have any complaints about it. Wasn't my favorite, wasn't my least favorite, but it was good, physical. Good use of Scarlett Bordeaux in this match. She was constantly, distracting, getting in Drew McIntyre's way, and they just keep building with Karrion Kross's character. Like he will use, his wife to help him win the matches, distract his opponents, and just visually attack them with no shame whatsoever. They build him up as, the big bad, evil dude that takes every advantage he can get, and I like it because that's pretty much how his character was in Impact Wrestling. And my Impact Wrestling fans that saw Cross's run there, he was just a really good character, and he had a good NXT run as well as NXT champion. So, like I said, I liked the match. It was really decent. And, I hope to see more Kross. And then the way he won was very, devious as well. Scarlett Bordeaux spraying Drew McIntyre with mace in the face, messing him up. And, yeah. So, Karrion Kross got the dub. Much needed win for him, returning to action. And as for the third match, another candidate for match of the night, in my opinion, Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a ladder match. It had a lot of good spots. Really good ring psychology. The girls, they took their time, but the match didn't drag on or anything like that. They really did a good job of using the ladders well to their strength. And yeah, they just like I said, it was some good spots. There was one spot in the corner where Bayley had Bianca Belair laid out on the ladder between the steps and the barricade, and then she ran off the apron, hit her with a dope elbow. Man, there was a lot of good spots. I'm trying to remember all. But the ending as well, where Bianca Belair KOD Bayley while she was holding the ladder, and you could see the way Bayley landed. She landed lip first on the ladder. You could tell she most likely busted her lip from there. I know that had to hurt. Crazy. And then even when Dakota Kai and Io Shirai came in and tried to get at Bianca Belair, and then she was able to catch both of them in the double KOD. It took a little while to get both of them, situated on her shoulders. She was struggling a little bit, but hey, she was lifting two people up, so it makes sense, and she still pulled off the maneuver. Got the win. Bianca Belair continuing her dominant reign as women's champion, and I could see, probably Charlotte coming back soon, being her next opponent. That's the only 4-horsewoman that she hasn't beat and hasn't had a real rivalry with. So that should be interesting to see. And hopefully Bianca Belair comes out on top in that too. The next match of the night, I'm trying to think. What? It wasn't the Fight Pit match. What was the match right before the Fight Pit match? Damn, I really can't think of what the match was right now. Bianca Belair in the ladder match. Talked about women's champion. Bro, what was the... It was one more match right before the... Oh, Edge versus Finn Balor. There we go. Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Another really good match that utilized the entire arena. Edge and Finn was going around in the crowds, having fights out there. Suplexes on concrete. Slamming dudes into, steps in front of the crowd. Back and forth fighting. They even went into the pre-show area where they do their talking with a little glass table, was slamming each other on that. It was wild. Made their way back to the ring, and then that's when stuff got really critical and crazy. The rest of Judgment Day came out, tried to attack Edge. He fought him off pretty well in the get-go, but then Rhea Ripley handcuffed Edge to the ropes, and that's when Judgment Day just got to thrashing him, jumping on him, hitting him with kendo sticks, beating on him, trying to get him to quit. Edge wouldn't quit for nothing. Rey Mysterio comes out, tries to make the save, takes out Damian Priest, takes out Balor, but then Dominic, his son, snakes Rey Mysterio, viciously beats him up. And Michael Cole, I gotta say, was splendid on commentary with this match. He gave me JR vibes, the way he was just talking about Judgment Day, they were so detestable and despicable. Michael Cole is definitely balling out on commentary with it. In the past few weeks, but especially in that match in Extreme Rules. And then Beth Phoenix comes out, makes the save for her husband Edge, takes out Balor, takes out Rhea, but then when Edge seems like he's getting the upper hand, spears Balor a couple times, look like he's about to win. Rhea comes back in the ring with the brass knucks, hits Beth Phoenix, then Damian Priest comes back, and Dominic Mysterio, then they attack Edge, pin him down. Finn Balor hit him with like 3 coup de grace in a row. Edge sharing in pain. Still won't quit. But then finally, and this is what I was talking about where I said the match had really good storytelling. Rhea Ripley takes 2 chairs, threatens to do the concerto on Beth as they was holding Edge, making him watch. And of course, Edge finally said, I quit. But, with Judgment Day, like I said, being as despicable and detestable as they are, Rhea Ripley still hits the concerto anyway. And it just leaves Edge in a total mess. He's holding Beth, crying, begging her to wake back up after the match. And it was just crazy. And then you just got Judgment Day at the end of the stage just laughing and bragging. And, man, they just look like some devious demons right now, bro. This Judgment Day needed this match because they were just looking like a group that was just kind of there doing stuff. But after this match, you really got to see what their character truly is, truly like, how despicable they can be, and now they feel like a real threat. Now, for the last match, we had Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle in a fight pit match. Not my favorite match of the night. I ain't even gonna lie too. I was expecting it to be better than what it was. Not that the match was bad, but I was expecting a match of the night type of fight. It was kind of slow paced for me. They had Daniel Cormier as the special guest referee. He kind of made his presence known a little bit, show that he's tough because for those who don't know who Daniel Cormier is, he's a former UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion, one of the best of all times in that regard. So that's why they had him in a fight pit match because it's supposed to be a UFC style type of competition, because Matt Riddle is a former UFC fighter himself. So, yeah, that match was solid. I mean, it had some good spots. Rollins rocking the RVD-inspired gear. I thought that was a nice touch. They were in Philadelphia, home at ECW. Makes sense. Took me a while to put 2 and 2 together. I thought he was just shouting RVD out random because of Extreme Rules. But it all ties together. Like I said, though, a lot of good spots. Rollins hit a nice little frog splash where he climbed on the cage, spent around, did like a 180 frog splash off it. That was dope. Pedigree on top of the little LED stand that was like, it was like a little platform above the cage, inside the cage. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a little platform surrounding the top of the cage, basically. And Rollins hit a pedigree on that. Riddle hit an RKO on top of that. Rollins caught Riddle in a powerbomb position. And then on top of the little platform, like I said, there was still a cage surrounding that area too. Rollins hit him with a running, it's called a buckle bomb because usually power bombs into a turnbuckle, but then he power bombs him into the cage. That was pretty dope. Riddle tosses Rollins off of the platform to the ring. Then he hits a senton on Rollins off of that. And then the ending of the match was pretty dope. It showed Riddle's toughness and grit. Riddle caught him in a triangle choke. Rollins tried to cage bomb. He did cage bomb like 2 times in a row. Riddle wouldn't let go for nothing. And he finally gets the dub with a submission win. Taps Seth Rollins out. Riddle wins the fight pit match. And is this the end of their rivalry? I'm not sure. Rollins got a win over Riddle. Riddle got a win over Rollins. They might try to trilogy us up. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing them, go back at it one more time and settle the beef. But the real story is what happened after the match. I mean, everybody was waiting for it. It's pretty obvious it was going to happen. We just didn't know how. Bray Wyatt / The Fiend returns to the WWE. Soon as the match went off air, lights went off. People in the crowd got the fireflies out, got their cell phones flashing in the darkness. You already know what time it was. Big Bray Wyatt back in the company. He menacingly singing. He's got the whole world in his hand song in the background, a creepy voice. They pan different areas of the crowd. You got like a dead pig character on one end, a dead raptor character on the other. Those who remember Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse gimmick remember those characters being around there. Then you had a person in a Fiend mask, I guess, representing all the old Bray Wyatt characters of the past, panning around the ring. It was like a dead, weird Halloween type mask that appeared on the announce table. Scared Michael Cole and Corey Graves. They didn't know what was going on. Then there was like this shining, demonic looking door at the end of the stage, and then they panned to the video, and it had the Firefly Fun House, but it looked like it was like an abandoned house with all the old characters like boxed up and just, destroyed. Like, how a abandoned building looks on the inside. That was dope. Then they had like the Firefly Funhouse theme song playing, but it was like a messed up TV type of deal where like you hear the audio, but it's like fizzling out over and over. And then it showed the TV inside the Firefly Funhouse staticky, and then it panned back to the door on the stage through the TV. That was a nice little visual editing effect. WWE editing team, they're doing their thing out there. I gotta give it to them on that. And then Bray comes out with the lamp, the little lamp that people use to go through the woods that had a light. Had a new mask, which was pretty sick looking. Fiendish type mask, but not like the old Fiend, like a different type of character. And then with that, he reveals himself. He said something, but I don't think the audio was able to catch it. Let me know if y'all know what he said in the comments. But for me, I didn't hear it through the audio or nothing. Then he blows out the lamppost. The TV fizzles out. We see some weird symbol at the end, and then the pay-per-view is off. Like I said at the beginning of the video, y'all, I really enjoyed the pay-per-view. I thought it was dope. I hope WWE can keep up doing what they doing, man. It's just real nice. It's real cool. Really looking forward to Monday Night Raw tomorrow. And, yeah, I'm just ready to watch some more wrestling, man. And I wonder who Bray Wyatt's first target is going to be. That's going to be real interesting. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I get this pay-per-view a solid 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was really good. Like I said, a few matches were a little slow, but they weren't necessarily bad. But yeah, other than that, y'all, I'm going to catch y'all later. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what y'all thought of the pay-per-view, what y'all think is going to happen next based off what we saw. And if you messed with the video, obviously, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get ready for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a video on that. Well, not tomorrow, Monday. I'm going to be doing a video on that as well, and appreciate y'all viewing. Peace out.